the great thing about winter jugs is that it kind of creates its own little greenhouse.
So we're going to kind of pack them in a little tighter than what it calls for. And that'll be okay.
Hey everybody,
hey guys.
Sean and Allison here from Spoken Garden, and we're here to help you become a better gardener. And today we're gonna get started on some winter seed sowing.
Yep.
And get a jump on the season.
Yep, because it's January. This is our first video with you guys. So Happy New Year.
Yay,
we know
Happy
it's
New
been
Year.
a while since we've released a video or two. So we're about 8 to 10 weeks out from our last frost date, our scheduled last frost date. And so this is a great time to plant specific seeds indoors, and we're gonna do that today in milk jugs.
All right, you guys, come on in and take a look. I think we finally narrowed down the 8 seeds we're gonna plant today.
There you go, look at that.
And this, like Sean said, this is based on our frost-free date, which is March 21st for this area.
Yes.
Somewhere around there.
Around there, yeah. So yep, so we're gonna do some petunias, we're gonna do some black-eyed Susan, echinacea, another echinacea. Oop, it's focusing on my finger there. Echinacea swan, some strawflowers, some of our own cone flowers that we planted and harvested back in our old house, our old landscape, and then Cape Daisy Zulu Prince. That's going to be a new one for us.
I'm super excited for that.
And then
one.
eucalyptus.
Yeah, this will be amazing too. I've always wanted to grow eucalyptus.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, you guys, is use these milk jugs. You know, you might be familiar with these. These are great, and we reuse them every year. We had to get some new ones this year because we don't know what happened to our old ones. But
well, we do have one new one.
We did have
our
one.
old one over here.
That's
so
right.
we were using it for the straw.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Our strawflowers.
You've probably seen a lot of people using this method. In fact, we have our own video, again, from about 2 years ago, I guess it was that date, where we sowed a whole bunch of seeds at our old house. What we want to do is start some new seeds to get them out in my mom's landscape, or to put them in some of our own containers. That's kind of our plan right now. So the great thing about winter jugs is that it kind of creates its own little greenhouse, and you can leave it outside, pretty much in any climate. Right, Sean?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, you don't want to put it out in Arctic conditions, but
that's
you know, it's great for seed sowing early and having little mini greenhouses out around your yard. It's good to put them in full sun locations, especially for just to get that heat, and then just follow the regular seed planting instructions on each packet to make sure that you're doing what you need to do for each seed, fulfilling those needs, and you're good to go. So before we sow all of these seeds in these little milk jugs, we want to go over some general how-to setup tips to get you started the right way. Now, we've already made a video 2 years ago on how to do this step by step, so you can check out the link down below or up here on the screen, and we'll put it up there to make sure that you have access to that. So basically, really what you want to do is just get a couple milk jugs, cut them in half, leave a little hinge for them so they can open up, but they can close again, and then fill them almost all the way up with soil, and a good potting mix, a seed starting mix, or what we're using here is a more of a finer kind of, it's a container potting soil mix that we bought locally at one of our nurseries. We filled it up almost about halfway for the whole milk jug, and we left a little bit of a lip here so when we water these, eventually the plants start to grow, the water will be able to sit here and then filter down. It won't just spill over, right? So then we pack down, you can see I've already packed down the soil in here, and we've pre-wetted the soil, and so now it's ready to plant in. So that's how you get these really just set up. Now remember, when you close these up, you're gonna need some like duct tape or something to literally close this up and then seal this so you get that full greenhouse effect, and we'll show you how to do that a little later on. Here we're going to start off with strawflowers, and these are great. These are from Botanical Interest. This is Strawflower Swiss Giants Blend. There they are right there, the individual seeds. These are little strawflower seeds. And so the packet says to plant 3 within 12 inches of each other. We're not going to do that because we literally do not have 12 inches here. So we're going to kind of pack them in a little tighter than what it calls for. And that'll be okay because we're going to watch these. Maybe right there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you want me to place a few more in there, honey?
Sure.
Okay. So we'll go 8, 9, 10. So that should be good enough. We don't want to get them too close together. So we want to still give them enough room to, after they grow, they'll have room for those first couple sets of new leaves, they're true leaves, and then once they get big enough, we will transplant them out. So, and that's all based on our last frost date. So I'm just gonna press these in like this. Just nicely press them in. So they're nice and snug against that wet soil. Get some water in that. So the next step is just to close this up like this and then just duct tape it. And you might be wondering, is it okay for the duct tape to be on there? Is it gonna block out some of the sun? You know what? It's gonna block out a little bit of it, but that's okay because the places it's not blocking out, which is the rest of this, these seeds will have plenty of sun, they'll get plenty of light, and it'll be just fine. So you don't have to worry about that. So just put this around this. We're gonna create that greenhouse effect. Super cool. So we've got it this far. The next step is to nicely pick these up. Don't disturb any of the soil inside, and then go place them in a nice sunny, warmish location where they're gonna get plenty of sun. And that's it. And we'll show you that in just a minute. So next is this white swan echinacea. I'm going to get this planted pretty much the same way I did the strawflowers, and then we're going to rapid fire just get these all planted. We're going to fast forward, and then we'll talk to you in a little bit.
Okay, everybody, so here is where our little winter jugs, our milk jugs, are going to live for the next couple months.
Oh yeah, look at all
I know,
those.
we got them all
Jeez.
moved over here. Now this is a great spot for full sun. This is the area that we used to have our dahlias in, if you followed some of our videos from earlier this past year. And these guys are going to be just really happy right here. Mm-hmm. So basically you can see we've left all the lids off because you want the airflow to be able to kind of, move around in there, and plus they can get water from Mother Nature. So what we'll do is, in the past we really haven't had to do too much to these after it's almost kind of like a set it and forget it. But we do come out here periodically, maybe every few days when we're here in town, and actually just kind of carefully lift them up and see how heavy they feel. If they're really light, then we'll need to add a little bit of water. Mm-hmm. But other than that, you guys, will show you an update in about a month. We'll take a look inside. Sean and I are constantly out here looking, we'll be looking in and seeing what's going on. Yep,
and we can just kind of look down in through each top, and you can see the progress that's going on. And yeah, they're going to have different germination rates, so they're going to come up at different times, but it's all going to be so much fun.
I know, this is always so fun. I predict the strawflowers will germinate the fastest.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So we will see.
Yeah.
Do you have any predictions?
Maybe one of the echinaceas. We'll see though.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So that's a wrap really for planting all these water jugs with the flowering plant seeds. This is going to be so much fun. We can't wait to see how they do.
I know, we're curious if you guys have ever used this method with these milk or water jugs, or any type of plastic container that you can reuse, from your own house, and what you sowed in them.
Yeah, so let us know down below if you've actually planted in milk jugs before in the winter, and what you actually planted in them. And also make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our future videos.
Yeah, and thank you guys for being here and for watching today. We hope you had a good time as much as we did, and we'll be back in the next video sowing some more seeds.
Yep, so, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you guys.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.